What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe. Know it is off DFS. Figured I'd go live this morning while I go through, look at props and stuff for the day, since it's a small slate, 6-game slate. Doing the live stream that we did the other day, I definitely did miss, doing things like this, just going live and just going over content and stuff like that. So I figured I'd bring it back. But right now, you start looking at my big ass head because I'm getting stuff set up on my other screen. But we're gonna build out some slips. All right. First things first, go over the injury report, things like that, like we always do over here. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content I'm putting out. Drop a like on the video if you guys are enjoying it. Definitely means a lot to your boy. Helps out the channel, helps me out quite a bit. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money. The last stream that we did, we definitely was able to make some money. Posted the results of that over on X. You guys looking for that? The link for the X, for Patreon, all that stuff is down in the description below. I ain't gonna continue to beat it like a drum, sharing that stuff to you guys, but definitely check that out if you guys haven't already. Real quick, let me post that we're live before I start going over everything real quick. Hopefully everyone had a good night last night. Last night wasn't bad. I posted results for that over on Twitter, for everything that I had with that. And tell you the truth, I had a nice chunk of good plays, to be very, very honest. Really good plays yesterday. I personally did not put him together in the right combination. Was my issue last night. But hold on one second. All right. That post is up. So if anybody wants to join, they can. Boom. Easy day. All right. But yeah, last night, go ahead, go over to the Twitter. So as you can see, I played some but last night, results from last night, my plays didn't have a bad list. Definitely have gotten more into ice hockey. Unfortunately, it's only 2 games today, and I think there's one play that I want to look at. Been pretty good with finding the point plays. Those have been kind of cash money for me since the All-Star break. So I thank the All-Star break for the NBA for getting me into looking at these plays like this. But all in all, Zion, that game blew out, so wasn't a chance he was going to hit that. PJ Washington, 2 rebounds in the first quarter, no rebound after that whatsoever. Straight up just tilted me because, dude, he's been money going up against the Cavs. He was money over, like, I want to say 8 out of his last 10 games. Really great hit rate on the season, everything. So it really just threw me for a loop in regards to he legit had 2 rebounds first quarter, no rebounds after that. Jalen Duren, it's a hook that shouldn't have been a hook because they stat corrected a stat that was wrong. One of his rebounds ended up counting as a quote-unquote team rebound, but it was his rebound. He snagged the rebound, then got fouled. I don't know why they counted it as a team rebound. I call bullshit on that, but that was like a legit just straight hook on Jalen Duren. Should have been an over, easy day right there for him. And then, of course, he got himself in a foul trouble first 4 minutes of the game, so he sat the whole first quarter. But those things right there definitely could have had a much better day over here. But all in all, not bad. Definitely with it being a smaller slate, I won't have too many plays. I'm not going to go too crazy in regards to posting a whole bunch of stuff. But this is pretty much what you get right here if you're looking at joining the Patreon. Pretty good results. I definitely have been trying to do more of the reviews. And like I said, always over here on my Twitter, I do post a lot of my game sets that I do play. Last night, Jabari Smith Jr. crushed it. Jalen Williams crushed it. Easy day. Josh Giddey, I didn't expect for it to be the scoring Giddey show, especially how Houston has always defended Giddey with them playing the center on him, playing off. Really was expecting more of the playmaking and everything, but Giddey made him pay yesterday, which was the difference in that. So that right there, Chet really just wasn't hitting his threes. Terry, that was a hook right there. Şengün, easy day for him to hit that. Really, I could have just made a slip straight up with Şengün because I really did like that one right there with Jalen Williams and Jabari Smith Jr. Those 3 plays right there would have been just a smack of a day. But I got greedy, made a 6 pick, and I really did like the Josh Giddey. I'm just shocked. He hooked it, but his regular line, he went over that. And then Chet, Homer and me being an OKC Thunder fan, I went ahead and took it anyway. And then Terry didn't record like an assist in the first quarter or some change. So that was that right there. But all in all, if you guys looking for free slips, things like that, definitely just check it out up here. Repost a lot of people in the community who go ahead and they put up their own things and stuff like that. So definitely check that out if you guys looking for stuff over there on that. All right, so going over to the actual slate, like I said, we only got 6 games on the slate. Not too bad. I've already started going over some of the props that I have that I liked for the day, looking into them, going a little bit further. And like I always say, don't be scared to take unders. When everyone is sitting here looking at overs, do not be scared. Do not be afraid to take some unders. It's not as bad as what you think it is if you go ahead and you take some unders, even on your favorite players. I tend to do that quite a lot. I've gotten myself out of that mindset of, if you're taking the under, then I'm really expecting this player to do bad, or so on and so forth. But 9 times out of 10, these lines that they set them at on these sites, they are legit set to their season average, and they bump them up by like 1 or 2, and you want to take that under. It's better for you to actually take the under on some of those lines. But looking at it real quick, injury report, BI, he was questionable yesterday, but ended up playing. I know he left the game yesterday a little bit, but came back in. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Zion. Interesting to see if he's going to play on the back end of the back-to-back. They have been playing him a bit more, so hopefully Zion will be in, and we won't have to worry about that right there. And then Jonas Valanciunas is good to go. Jose Alvarado, he's still out with his suspension. And then Dyson Daniels and CJ McCollum are out as well. Over here on the Indy side, which Halliburton, you owe us some money. We got to get our get back today, because last game that we took you dead ass, you sold the bag, bro. Straight up sold the bag on us. But Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, game time decision, might be back, might be out. If Nesmith is out, then we are going to see our boy Bennett Mathurin back inside the starting lineup, which he's been playing really great in that role. Went off last game. Me and my boy Easy, we covered that, and we were all over that right there. A good day in regards to taking that play. But Nesmith, game time decision. Hopefully he's out. We can still get the Mathrick starting. Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, nothing to worry about over there. Dallas, back end of a back-to-back. Be interesting to see if they rest anybody or something like that, but I doubt it, especially coming off of a nail biter. Max Strus hitting over the half court, like behind the half court line, nailed that 3. That was crazy right there for them to be able to end that game. But going up to Toronto now, playing against Toronto Raptors. Jakob Poeltl, game time decision. Hopefully he will be in, and we don't have to worry about that from him. Matter of fact, while I'm looking at that, let me go ahead and pull up DraftKings so I can actually see the full news on the players. But outside of that, if Poeltl is going to be out, definitely be interested. We might see a small ball line. We do know that both teams can play small, so that'll be something interesting to keep an eye on. Cleveland, back end of a back-to-back. Tyus Jones, Tristan Thompson still out. Donovan Mitchell, he was back last night, played really great. Killed his taco and also his demon prop for 29 points. Win over both of those. Chicago, back in a back-to-back as well. Only thing out is Torian Craig. Should be good to go with Kobe, Ayo, Alex, DeRozan, and Vooch. Memphis, they're still dealing with a whole bunch of injuries, so we already know this is a team going up against one of the top teams in the West. Also on top of that, one of the top defensive teams. So I would be a little hesitant in regards to what I take from Memphis. I could see they got themselves blown out in that last game. Was actually hoping they would have been able to keep that a little bit closer than what they did, but they didn't. So pay attention to what you're actually taking. If you're taking something from this, they should have been able to keep it closer with the Brooklyn Nets, but they didn't. Either way, going up against a top team in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't see this game staying close. It is a 12.5-point spread. Of course, with all these plays that they have out, it's kind of a pick your poison right here. I definitely can see some unders in this game right here. even with Karl Anthony Towns, whether or not if he's going to be in or out. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe they rest somebody like Anthony Edwards a or rest like Mike Conley. Towns was only out yesterday for personal matter, so he should be back today, maybe. But if he's out again, then that's just a boost to Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley, and then of course Kyle Anderson and Niles Reed off the bench. Fox for the Kings, game time decision, but should be in and playing. No news over there for the Kings. Denver Nuggets, nothing to worry about over there. Los Angeles Lakers, same old with Anthony Davis, LeBron James being game time decisions. Fully expect both of them to play. And then over there for the Clippers, Paul George is out once again. Really sucks because Paul George, he did have a rolling before he got set back by some injuries. It's that knee, man. That knee. Hopefully, PG can go ahead and get it popping and get it back, and he'll be good to go. Like I said, looking over the props over here on Prize Picks. Yesterday, like I said, I took a little bit of a beating yesterday. Freaking a lot of the slips. I had some good plays, but just didn't have the right combo with a lot of the picks that I had myself. But it's another day. That's why we stick to the unit size and we just roll with how we're rolling. So one of the first players that I'm looking at, and if you guys got any questions or any props that you want to look at, props that you want to talk about, just let me know, and I'll definitely pull it up myself as well on my side. But first play I want to look at is one that we typically go to quite a bit. My boy Luka, going over here to props.cash. Site that I normally use, which would have been Outlier, but for whatever reason, Outlier has not been working for me over the last couple of days, so I ended up having to swap over to props.cash. But Luka Doncic, looking at a lot of his props on the road, going to be playing away. I do like these little tabs right here where we can look at some of these things like the home, the away, all those splits, things like that. He has a pretty good hit rate on his rebounds and assists, which is a prop that I really want to look at. We know Luka, he's going to go out there and go get those rebounds, and he's also going to dish the rock. The rock's going to be in his hand quite a bit. His last 10 road games, he is 7 out of 10 on those road games. Upside definitely is there. In the one game that he did play in Toronto in the past, 2 years, he went under this with 16, but again, different team, different time, things like that. Let's see. Sorry. Taken away. Over his last several games, he is 6 out of 10 for this. So not bad. Pretty good hit rate over his last 10. But really, just looking at it on the road, I really do like the upside that we actually have for this. Right now, sitting at even money according to the books in regards to what it's looking at over here on props.cash. But for me over here on Prize Picks, sitting at that 17.5, I do like the over for that. That's one of my first plays that I do want to lock in would be the Luka Doncic. I'm taking the over. Like I said, I already have a list written out, and I was just going through, doing my research, and just jotting down my notes in regards to plays that I want to look at. But Luka, for sure, I already have him stapled in, scratched in as one of my main plays. I might later on go ahead, look through the popular tab and just compare the stats for all these guys that they have up here. Sometimes these are the plays that everyone's going to be on. Of course, they're going to be on the Joker for those assists. Makes sense. D'Lo, his assists, I do like the over for that one as well. Austin Reeves, definitely can see him getting there with 2 threes. He's been hitting it over his last couple games. Has been very green, but don't just pay attention to the last 5. Do a little bit deeper dive. Look at the defensive metrics of going up against the Clippers. Look at what he's done, actual head-to-head going up against Clippers, things like that, before you just go ahead and jump head over heels for plays such as that. De'Aaron Fox has definitely been a wagon over his last several games. Since coming back from the All-Star break, I can see all green 5 out of 5 in his last couple games, but pull up Fox. They are playing Endeavor in his last several away games. Now, this last game right here, going up against Denver, was before the All-Star break. This game right here was after the All-Star break in regards to his away games right there. Now, last game that the play was going up against Miami. But again, like I said, since the All-Star break, he's been killing it in regards to getting a lot of the rebounds and also dishing rock, getting those assists out there. And I do like the upside for him. A good 7 out of 10 out of his last 10 games, including before the All-Star break. On the road, though, his numbers are a little skewed. Now, I will say since the All-Star break and just what actually he's doing, putting up numbers, I do like the upside for him here in the spot, simply because since the break, it seems like maybe we've had an actual shift in regards to what he's been going out there and putting out for us on a night in to night out basis. I do like the upside for him for that prop, actually, and one of those that actually gives us a pretty good push potential, if anything. Going with it. Pulling up something on my other screen real quick. I just want to see something. Work, damn it. Fox. Let's see. Fox. Playing against the Denver Nuggets. Don't mind it at all. But yeah, Fox rebounds, assists. Don't mind actually taking the over for that one right there as a potential play. I know that's one of the ones that's sitting over here on the popular tab up here at the top. Again, not a bad play. Just the aggression that we've actually been getting from Fox over his last several games. I do like that upside. Sticking in that same game though, I actually do want to check out my boy Aaron Gordon, who's been playing pretty well, even before the All-Star break, things like that. 6 out of 10. That's actually for his away splits. At home, he's 5 out of 10 on these right here. Going up against the Kings last time, though, he had 17 rebounds, assists in that matchup. Head to head, of course, at home. It's showing just the last time. Let's just see, period. He is 2 out of 3 in regards to going up against the Kings over his last, 3 games. Oh, that's actually all for the season. So actually not bad at all. This could definitely be one I don't mind taking at home. Fast-paced Kings team. We know they are very fast-paced. And then looking at it versus the power forward position, they're giving up 27.7 assists a game. Rebounds, not the greatest, but I do like the over. Vegas is also favoring the over with a minus 132. I definitely see why everyone would actually be on that one, but I already had him written down on my list, and I will definitely be taking that one as well as another play right there. For one. All right. Looking at another play I got written on my list for me to look into. Let's look at my boy Iman quickly. I don't know how you guys felt about him going over to the Toronto Raptors after he got traded from them, from the New York Knicks, but it's been a mixing pot in regards to what we've gotten from Quickly at home since he's been there for the Raptors and whatnot. It's really just been up and down. Going up against Dallas, a decent team, against opposing point guards, not bad defense at all when you look at it, but his usage. I was talking about this last time with Easy in regards to the usage and everything, that it's starting to shift back to Scotty Barnes getting a lot of that usage, that burn, that run right there. And Iman Quickly, looking at him, he is 3 out of his last 10 games he's gone over this at home. Period. He is 3 out of his last 10 either way for going over this line. Right now, they got the line sitting at 19.5. Let's see if they bump that down over here on Prize Picks, because it was sitting at 20 right now over on Prize Picks. So we're getting value over on Prize Picks. Actually, if you were to go ahead and take this, it's sitting at 20.5 over here on Prize Picks still for him. Opposing point guards going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see. Dallas right now over their last 15 games against opposing point guards, only giving up roughly 24.8 points to the position. So they're sitting kind of middle of the pack in regards to defensively what they're giving up. But quick, if the 3 ball's not falling, he's looking scrambled, or even if the Raptors end up losing this game, because right now Dallas coming into this game, they're 3-point favorites. 237 is the total. So not a crazy high total, decent total, second highest total on the slate. Looking at it, yeah, second highest total on the slate, but still that under, not a bad under, especially going 7 out of 10. You've only gone over once. That was back in 2022. What he's done. We don't have anything from this season with him going up against Dallas, especially not since he's been on the Raptors, of course. But this is one I'll definitely take a chance on. Going up with Quickly for the under here. Yeah, but I say he's missed more than he has not, and plus we're getting the value over there on Prize Picks, especially they have him sitting at 19.5. Yeah, Vegas may have the over favor, but I like the upside in regards to going ahead and betting on that under. Decent value that we can actually get by taking the under on that line. Again, if you guys got any props or anything that you want me to go over or look further into, definitely drop that down in the comment section. I got you guys. All right, let's see. Pull up another play. Like I said, I'm just going to keep on going through the props that I was looking at for this morning that I have written out that I want to check into. Anthony Davis, I was looking at his PRA, Looking at his PRA, pulling up your last 10 away games. He's 5 out of 10 in those games. Going up against the Clippers, he has not gone over this line. Currently, the line sitting at 40.5. Interesting. This might be a decent under on Anthony Davis. It's like right there where it's just a little bit too uncomfortable to take. Out of his last 10, he's 5 out of 10. In his away games, he's 5 out of 10. Golden State, Utah, Charlotte, Golden State, Utah. Pelicans, good defensive team. Clippers, where he's played back in January, dropped 40, didn't go over it. Houston, Şengün, he's not that great of a defender, but still. New York Knicks, good defensive team. Phoenix Suns, I definitely don't count Nurk being as a decent, great defender. But Anthony Davis, 40.5. I'll definitely take that and put that on my list as a lean for AD under. Vegas, they're leaning one way or the other. Not really leaning too heavy either way on that one. So definitely something to take a look at right there. Evan Mobley, this is one of my favorite plays from last night. 8 out of 10 out of his last 10 on the road in away games. I do like the upside for that. And he's 1 for 1, dating back, of course, back to 2022 season, going up against the Chicago Bulls. Period, going up against the Bulls. He's 3 for 3, going over this line at 13.5. Let me see if this line's still over here on Prize Picks. Sometimes they be snatching. You see, yeah, he's still sitting at 13.5. And of course, this is one of the favorite plays for people over here. That 9.7. If they drop his fantasy point prop again around that 30, 31 range, I will take the over on that. I do like that. But Mobley definitely making the list is one of my stronger plays that I do like for the day. Looking at it, period, right now, my top two plays that I really do like over here on Prize Picks, that's going to be Luka and Evan Mobley. If you guys don't realize, I do build a lot of 6 slips is what I normally build whenever I'm building out my slips. So if you guys just see 1 or 2s that you guys want to take, go ahead and look into that. All right, someone just said Zion, looking at Zion's assist with no CJ McCollum. With no CJ, that's definitely one that we've got to take into consideration. Away on the road, looking at his last 10, without CJ McCollum. I don't like how that looks. Hold on 1 second. Siakam assist was one that is on my list for me to look into and just see how his numbers match up. But let me look a little bit further for you at Zion. Long as Zion's in, I see the upside in regards to you wanting to take his assist. The ball should be in his hands. It'll be between him and BI. You don't have any Dyson Daniels. You don't got Jose Alvarado. So the playmaking duties will be in Brandon Ingram and Zion's hands. The upside definitely would be there. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. Let's add all these guys. You know, he had 4 assists against the Knicks back on the 27th. That was the only game where all of these guys were out. Then going up against the Bulls. Hold up. Yeah, that game that was without Jose Alvarado, CJ McCollum, and Dyson Daniels. Zion had 11 assists in that game. A lot of ball handling. Because looking at the starting lineup that they did run out in that game, it was BI, Herb Jones. He's not really a playmaker. Trey Murphy, he's out there for his catch and shoot abilities from 3. Herb Jones is more out there for his defense. Same thing for Jonas. Ooh. You wanted something right there. Zion assist. I do like that. In the one game that he played, in the two between the 2 games that they played without all of them out there, he went over with 11 assists in one game. Second game going up against the Knicks, he only had 4 assists in that game right there. I'll say I will bite on that one right there. Let me look real quick at that second game in regards to who actually was. Well, that was the game yesterday. Duh. But you had Bi. He only had 4 assists. Again, that game blew out. He could have actually gotten there. If the Pacers keep this game close and we actually have a decent close game, I can see it. I can see it. He only played 29 minutes in that game. Played 2. Yeah, no, 50% hit rate. He's that was over the. Okay, you guys are onto something with that one right there. I like that. I'm right there down. All right, and then you said Siakam. Pascal Siakam, 3.5 assists. That just seems like a low line, honestly, for Siakam, period. But over the last several home games, he's 6 out of 10 in regards to this, and he has gone over this going up against the Pelicans in the one game that they played, well, that he's played, quote unquote. But of course, that was on the Raptors. That was back during the 2023 season. So really, no data to go on in regards to that. But a lot of hooks ish 2-2-2-2. Halliburton really couldn't get nothing going up against the Raptors right there in that last game. Definitely understand that. Houston, Memphis, Phoenix, Detroit. Look real quick at something else. Siakam. Do 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 do. You make me want to throw my pager out the window. I got my phone. Break my leash so I can move. Right now, Vegas has him at a minus 125 for over on that 3.5 assist. Several of the books. Do like the upside for this one. I put it more as a lean for me. I don't mind just because I do feel like this is going to be one of those Hallie games where Hallie can bounce back after his future performance that he had the other day. Going up against the Pelicans, same thing. How do we only have data for back for going to the 22nd to 2022? Doesn't make any sense to me. But 11.5. If you guys listened to me on that last stream, I did mention in regards to taking the under on Hallie for his assist. Really didn't like the fact that they had him sitting at like 12.5. So that was actually pretty high, and he has not hit that in quite some time. But definitely should be a bounce back game from Hallie. If he's actually able to knock down his threes, it could be a decent game. I don't mind looking at that as a possible lean right there for a play. All right, finish going through my list. I had a couple more props I need to look at myself. Speaking of Halliburton, I do want to look at your steals and blocks because this right here. So you hungry?
Yeah.
You didn't eat at school?
I did. I ate lunch at a long time.
It's not lunchtime. It's only 10 o'clock.
Mm.
You want to say hi?
To
who? To the viewers. Just wave your hand. Say hi. All right. I'll fix your lunch in a second.
Mm.
Eat some leftovers?
Huh?
You eat some leftovers? Eat some rice?
What?
Some rice and curry chicken?
No.
No? What you want?
I don't know.
Boy, I swear all women are the same. How's she gonna walk out the room mumbling like I knew what the heck she just said? All right, Halliburton, blocks and steals. I did have this one written down as one I wanted to look into. 8 out of 10. Huh? I gotta make more Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness! Why don't you get some water? All right, 8 out of 10 out of his last 10 games. Going over it, looking at what he's done. Period. Besides just being at home, 7 out of 10. Pretty good hit rate. No, he can get into those passing lanes. More of a steal upside versus his blocks. I do like that, especially uh, going up against a Pelican team, not playing with your normal ball handlers in CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, or Jose Alvarado. So that could leave some room for some errors, especially with some turnovers. And last night, looking at it, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, they were able to get into those passing lanes, were able to get about 2 stocks themselves in that. Jericho Sims, he was able to get a couple of blocks as well. Miles McBride, another one, he was able to get a block and a steal last night as well. And then game prior to that, and this is without their dominant ball handlers. Looking at the Chicago Bulls, Ayo DeSumo 3 steals, Kobe White 2 steals, Alex Caruso 2 steals. So the upside could definitely be there for Halliburton. Again, they're not playing with the normal ball handlers. They're not playing with normal guys that have the ball in their hand and lead with that. So I do like the upside for that one right there. Let me add that to my slip. Hopefully it's still up here. I know how Price Picks likes to snatch stuff off. But Halliburton over that 1.5 blocks and steals, I will be taking that over there. So if you guys are following along so far with what I got, we got 5 right now. I'm gonna try to find one more prop to add. Let's see. I know I got a couple more over here on my list to go over. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, Zaire. Points. Zaire points. Let's see, they're playing Minnesota away. Enough said. He has not gone over this line at all playing against Minnesota. Out of his last 10, he is 8 out of 10 for the under. Vegas really don't know what they want to do with that line, but I know what I want to do with it. And actually for myself, if they had his PRA up, I would take that. Let's actually look at points and rebounds. Pretty much the same. Rebounds, assists. Now, points and assist. Better hit rate on that. PRA. He's actually been hitting his PRA. I think I'll take his points and rebounds going up against the Timber Pups. All right, this is my full first built out slip that I got for today. I got Luka over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Aaron Gordon over 8.5 rebounds and assists. Iman Quickly under those 20 points. Evan Mobley over 13.5 points. Tyrese Halliburton for a block and a steal. And Zaire Williams under 12.5 points and rebounds. Right now, that slip that I built out over here on Prize Picks, I'm going to go ahead and slap quick $10 on that. Boom. Like I said, sticking to the unit size. That is what I do with my slips. Back over here on props.cash. Like I said, I did have a couple of or one actual hockey play that I want to look at. For me, it's the points. Points are the ones that I really look at that I've had a much better hit rate on. Did you get some water? What'd you go get? You got an apple. Okay. Okay.
Because so I can have level juice with it.
Mm-hmm.
And number cups.
Got it. All right. Johnny, I'm not even gonna try to butcher this dude's last name, but one of the plays that I did like for today was Johnny for points. He's 6 out of 10 over his last 10 games, away games, period. For it, he's 8 out of 10 going over this line in regards to getting a point. Whether either way he can get a point, you get a point by either getting a goal or getting an assist. I always look at the points as a 2-for-1 in regards to what we can actually get out of it. This will be more than likely my only hockey play that I will have for today. I will be sliding this into a line once I finish getting some stuff built out and finish looking over the college basketball board. Real quick, let me pull up DraftKings. Do a quick synopsis of the NBA board. Looking over it. If you guys don't got a DraftKings account, again, they're doing it again. in regards to giving us a lottery ticket day. They're doing that micro mini thing again over here on DraftKings. So if you guys don't have a DraftKings account and you guys want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get a deposit match bonus. Join me over here on DraftKings. But $4 for you to try to win 100K. I always take advantage of this. I really do like the upside that we can get from going over here with these things. It's awesome. It's amazing. Real quick, if you guys are looking for DFS breakdown, Dallas, same old. Luka, Kyrie, main two players I want to get to. Luka, of course, as you see, we're looking at props. We're liking the upside for Luka. Coming off of a scorcher of a night last night, really crazy, close to a triple-double, 87.25 fantasy points. Again, favorite play on the slate. Kyrie, you coming out here for the savings, but I'm really not too heavy on Kyrie in this spot or in the matchup. PJ Washington, Gafford, and Lively, all these guys, they kind of, again, they close small, like what I was saying that they could do. We saw PJ Washington play a lot of that center row. Daniel Gafford really didn't get that burn out there, only 7 minutes. So maybe he'll see some more burn today. And then Derek Lively played 22. So maybe we can see some more minutes for Gafford. GPP option, not a must or anything by any means. But Luka will be the main primary play that I want to get to over there. On Toronto Raptors side, Scotty Barnes, 9-2. The price has definitely come up finally over the 9K price range, but much deserved. And again, they're going to need him. I will attack with bigs going up against Dallas. I don't mind doing that, just like vice versa. We've attacked Toronto with opposing bigs as well, just like we attacked them with Siakam, Bennett Mathurin, and Miles Turner. There we go. In the last time that we did a breakdown for the slate. So real quick over on this side, Scotty Barnes, love the upside for him here. Don't mind that, especially if Poeltl's going to be out. Rebound upside will be up. If Poeltl is going to be out, then we should expect some more minutes for Kelly Olynyk, maybe some for Beauchard. But I would expect Kelly to go ahead and get as many minutes as he can handle out there. 23 minutes in the last game, 19 fantasy points. You already know Kelly Olynyk is a fantasy point per minute producer. Love the upside for him if he's going to get that start. Gary Trent was pretty big on him last game. 31 minutes, dropped 20.75 fantasy points. Don't mind going to him here, but again, I will say Grady Dick, they're giving him the minutes. And literally exactly like I said, if he's going to be able to knock down those shots, he's going to put up a great fantasy point production. And what did he do? In 23 minutes, 4 for 4 from 3, 7 for 9 from the field, a couple of assists, some rebounds, a steal, 18 points, 31.25 fantasy points. Easy day. If you don't want to play Gary Trent, Grady Dick is right there. Get the savings. He has the exact same upside as Gary Trent, as both of them are shooters. They're out there to shoot, get a couple of rebounds, and play some defense. That's what they're out there for. I would love Grady Dick, great GPP option. Pelicans taking on the Pacers, Zion, BI. Of course, we know CJ, no Alvarado, no Daniels. We just went over it. These two are going to be the main primary ball handlers. The responsibility of getting the offense set going, that's going to be in their hands and their responsibility. One of those two will be a main primary play. I don't see how you get around from going to that. I do like Zion over BI simply because, again, we've attacked the Pacers with opposing bigs, and opposing bigs have actually done very well going up against the Pacers. So I will take that. Jonas Valanciunas with no CJ McCollum being out there. He's going to be the third in the pecking order between BI and Zion. So still the upside is definitely there. We have seen opposing centers. We just seen Poeltl literally smash going up against Miles Turner. And he didn't have to do anything too crazy out there. But the upside is definitely there for Jonas, especially if he's able to get a shot to fall. Only 23 minutes in the last game against the Knicks. But Knicks, they actually played pretty decent going up against opposing centers. And again, that game was a blowout for the Pelicans. But Jonas Valanciunas, 6,400. I love the upside for him here in the spot. You can take a sprinkle or a flyer on Herb Jones and Trey Murphy because they will have some usage as well out here behind Zion and BI. But it'll be Zion, BI, Jonas Valanciunas would be the order I'd put that in right there. And really a lot of GPP interest in Jonas, but Zion will be the main play I want to get to. Over here on the Pacers side, should be a bounce back spot for Halliburton to be able to come out here and recoup and fix what he did the last time out, going against Toronto. 32 minutes, just looked putrid. 2 of 11, couldn't get anything going. Just completely a shit game from him. I know he's going to want to wash the taste of that out of his mouth, so hopefully he can come out here and play pretty good. But going up against Pelicans teams who are actually a pretty good defensive team. They do play some pretty good defense, even though they're missing a couple players. They still have their primary defenders in Herb Jones, Trey Murphy out there. So be interesting to see if the fast pace can get some easy looks and things like that, like it always has for the Pacers. But Halliburton, don't mind paying up for him at 9.5, but Luka, I prioritize him over that. even a Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray. You got other studs on the slate you can prioritize besides getting to Halliburton. I can see him being lower owned in that retrospect. Siakam, not too interested here in him. Miles Turner, same thing for him. Mathurin, if Neesmith is out, and you're going to tell me Mathurin will still start and get to play his minutes, I love the upside for Mathurin. He's been playing aggressive. He will draw more like the Herb Jones defense, and I could see some trouble for him. With that, it will be GPP only for me for Mathurin, just due to the matchup, because this is going to be a tougher matchup than what he's had before. But if he's going to start, you definitely have to have some consideration for him. Outside of that, if you want to mess with TJ McConnell, Isaiah Jackson, and Jalen Smith, you can, but none of those are must priorities. Definitely just some deep punts if you want to even go there. Cleveland taking on the Chicago Bulls. Donnie, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Again, prices still not adjusted over here. Donovan Mitchell at 9.4. We have Fox. We have Murray. We have Harden, D'Lo, Austin Reeves. Other players that we can get to at the point guard, shooting guard position, where I don't feel like we have to pay up for Donovan Mitchell, especially with the Kyrie and the Luka on the slate as well. Coming off of a back-to-back, of course, pretty nail-biter of a game. I'm not looking too heavy at Donovan Mitchell. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I like the upside for both these guys. Really, Mobley over Allen. The price 72, 100. Jared Allen definitely owes me some coin after last night. They're splitting the minutes right now at the center position, so either one of these guys are going to run that center rotation, but I do like the upside for Evan Mobley just for the scoring aspect and the fact that he can actually knock him down from three. Garland, not going to look there at 6'9" with Donovan Mitchell and everyone pretty much healthy and back. Karis LeVert, same thing. Max Strus. I know he had a crazy baller of a night last night, was pretty much the unsung hero for them, going crazy from 38.5 fantasy points, but I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to worry about that on tonight. For Chicago Bulls, same old. Vooch, DeRozan, Kobe White. Look at the ownership. Whoever's going to be lower owned, that'll be the player I'll have in consideration and the one that I actually want to get to. Outside of that, Ayo DeSumo is going to be your cheap option you can come down to. Don't mind him here. 29.5 fantasy points last night. Pretty good. On 4 of 14 shooting. If he can definitely knock down some of his threes again and do a little bit better from the field, he's already given you everything on the rebound and the assist aspect, and he's given us some stock. So I do like the upside for him here at the 5.5. If you were considering playing Kobe White, just come down and pay Ayo instead. Memphis, I don't want to mess with them going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Honestly, everyone from Memphis is a complete fade for me. I'm not going to touch that there. Minnesota, if Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be out again, Rudy Gobert be a primary player I want to get to. He should be able to do whatever he wants going up against Jaren Jackson Jr. at center position. Should be a domination of the game. And then if Carl's is out, then of course you can look to Anthony Edwards as a option as well. But primarily it's going to be Naz Reid with Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson is actually out. Didn't see that earlier. So Kyle Anderson is out apparently. So definitely we'll have to have some consideration in Naz Reid instead, because he's going to soak up those big minutes off the bench, especially with no Towns. If Towns is going to be out again with that personal matter. Kings taking on Denver Nuggets. Sabonis, Fox. Fox is going to play. I do like Fox here in this matchup going up against Jamal Murray. Not scared of that. Like I said, the aggression and everything he's been playing with. It starts slow, but definitely he finishes pretty good, pretty fast. The steal block upside and just everything getting very engaged again in the game. Love the upside for him here. Sabonis going up against Joker. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't think this is going to be a matchup where Sabonis is going to have a flop of a game, but I typically don't go too heavy on centers going up against the Joker. Outside of that, Malik Monk, Keegan, both of those guys will be GPP options you can go to. I'm never going to touch Kevin Huerter or Harrison Barnes. Both of those guys, I hate them. Don't even like touching or messing with that right there. On the Denver Nuggets side, Joker, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., all these guys are back. To me, the cheapest one and the best one to play would be Aaron Gordon. The upside is there. Block, steal, rebound, assist, and scoring upside, all that at 6K. If you want to get a piece or run back that you can take, I definitely don't mind going over there. If you don't want to pay up for Luka, you could definitely come down here and play Jokic instead. Upside going up against the bonus. We know it's going to be a pretty close game, fast paced, definitely a lot of possessions out there for him. And when he played going up against the Kings last time, he only went out there and gave us in 39 minutes 35.25 fantasy points. So some get back is definitely due for the Joker. Don't mind taking a bite at that, but that's the GPP option. Favorite play will be Aaron Gordon over there. Lakers taking on the Clippers. I like Anthony Davis here in the spot, which is surprising to see the numbers and everything, looking at it, that he actually didn't do that hot going up against the Clippers last time. But Zubac can't hold a candle to him. If I'm being honest, he honestly doesn't, which I'm just really surprised. 36 minutes, he dropped 45 fantasy points in that game. Definitely would hope for a little bit more from him here in the spot. Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. I'll come down and take Austin, take the savings that I can get over D'Lo. I will say D'Lo has been playing pretty good over his last couple games, but with the fact that they have Spencer Dinwiddie over here, they are working them in regards to it, and the price tag sitting at 7.2. I'd want a little bit more from D'Lo than what I think he's going to be able to go out there and give us at that price tag. Do not play Spencer Dinwiddie. If you play him, just go ahead and PayPal me or cash out me the money, because that is a horrible mistake that you would make with your life if you were to go ahead and play that man. Just ridiculous. Over on the other side for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard for me would be the main guy I want to get to if I was to take a run back or anything from this game. Kawhi over Harden. Harden, he's just been very much for me too up and down in regards to what I can get. And even without PG being out, I would expect more from Harden, but shots not falling, and he's really not being aggressive in regards to looking for scoring opportunities, doing more of the playmaking duties, of course. Now, if Harden was to come out here, I can see Harden as a GP option. I'll say that. But Kawhi Leonard will be the main one I want to get to over going with Harden. And then, of course, you can always go with the quote-unquote revenge narrative for Russ after all the shit that the Lakers talked. You can definitely mess with that on the other side right there. And then we have to look at Norman Powell and Terrence Mann for the fact that we have no Paul George. We know that would mean more minutes for both of these guys, and those are both decent options right there as value at the 48 and the 4,400 price tag. All right, guys, that is real quick slate breakdown for you guys. So hopefully you guys got a little something from that right there. Definitely check out DraftKings if you guys have not already. A nice little stream. Definitely want to be able to do this more, get more interaction from the audience and things like that. If you guys see any plays or props and stuff that you guys want to go over. But I'm going to go ahead and close this out. My baby girl not feeling too hot today, and she is asking for some food, so I'm going to go ahead and feed my child. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Cash out. And if you guys are looking for my full list of plays and all my stuff, I'll have that all up on the Patreon probably in the next hour or so.